So a slightly different one this week in that VanTech Tuesday is turning into VanChat Tuesdays. Simply because the tech stuff, as I said in the video last week, is just seemingly going around in a circle of questions of asking the same things about solars, inverters, batteries and wiring.
It's important stuff.
It is important stuff, but it's in previous videos, so there's no point answering the same question every week.
That's very true.
So if you've got a question for me, just go to our website and ping me a little contact form and ask me, and then we can deal with it that way.
Yep. And these will be a semi-replacement for VanTech Tuesday, but once enough questions have come in that are different, then we'll do a VanTech Tuesday. Well, we won't. Yeah,
I probably will, but I'll probably do something specific. Like, if enough people ask me to do something of a task and I've got the ability to do it, then do that. But for now,
you get me as well. Sorry about that.
I think a lot of people are going to be quite happy about that.
Well, I suppose it depends on how much I let you get a word in, doesn't it, honey?
Oh, yeah. So, let's start off with a very, very, very funny little point that was made by a few people in last week's video.
Yeah. So apparently our van is haunted.
What was it, about 11 minutes or something?
Yeah, 11 minutes or 10 minutes and 30 seconds to 11 minutes or somewhere like around there, yeah.
The part of the video where Mandy and Mevy are eating their cakes or pies or whatever, a few of you pointed out, is that a ghost of a child in the window?
Yes.
And no, it's just our grandson.
Yeah, our daughter and grandson had made a long drive to come down and see John for his birthday, and didn't want to be on camera. She never does. No. She doesn't like to be mentioned much either, so we respect her wishes and keep that all completely separate. So while we were outside of the van, they went inside of the van, just to kind of get out of the way so they wouldn't get caught on camera.
Yeah,
but
that was the idea.
Apparently Ewan was in there chanting "Go Nana," which I'm well pleased at, because he's met Mevy before and he thinks Mevy's amazing. Yeah. So we thought Nana was going to beat Mevy. So
but yeah, we did kind of like decide not to answer your queries about that in the video. Yeah. Because we thought it was really interesting that you'd built up some sort of like intrigue in the video.
Yeah, and then everyone was answering other people's questions as well, going, I saw that too, and we were just having a chuckle. And so was Jem, she was having a chuckle about it too. So that was that. No ghost, just a grandson who actually likes to pretend to be a ghost when he gets out of the bath, but you know. Yeah.
The majority of the time is not that. Not that.
Oh dear.
So the next question that we kind of like covered in previous chat videos that we've done, but I don't know, is it's a topic I think's relevant because it is a reason why we have the separator at the back. And yeah, it is,
do we ever fall out in the van? Since we've been living together 24/7, of course, I used to be able to get away from him and escape to work. But yeah, do we ever fall out? And the answer to that is, of course we do. Of course we do. You know,
there's a thumbnail.
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone would be like, come on, I've seen Monday, you whoop your ass. But yeah, of course we do. We've just figured out that we get them over and done with really quickly. You know, not everything requires an apology. Everything requires a cuddle. We just get over it really quickly. I think life's too short, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we knew that we're going to be all right anyway. Yeah, we're always all right with each other's company, and we're all right with our own company, if that makes sense. So put us in a room on our own, we're all right. Put us in a room together, we're all right. We've had long holidays away with it's just us two. Yep. And living in a smaller box, really, it's got to be something you've got to be comfortable with. Yeah. So if you already have little issues with your partner,
then they might be magnified. Yeah. I mean, there are some. I mean, I've previously mentioned
gadgets left everywhere.
But then my way around anything is just to find a bit of space. So we have what I call now fury walks. So me and Coop go for a fury walk, and I literally just will stomp my way around wherever I am and come back feeling so much better.
Do you actually stomp?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, when we were in at the archway thing in the north of Spain.
Oh yeah.
That time, and I can't remember what there was a little something then, probably hormonal, and it was a boardwalk, wasn't it? A wooden boardwalk. Honestly, when you're having a fury walk and you're stomping, and all of a sudden your stomping's magnified, bang bang. Oh, that was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Really?
Yeah.
So that made you feel better?
It did. I had to stop because Coop kept looking behind him like, what the hell is that? But
I don't know.
Yeah, we just find that space, if you get even a little bit of it, even if the space is just sitting next to each other and not talking.
Don't let it carry too long.
No, that's what I said before, though. We just get it over and done with, and it's done and it's sorted. And
so if you go out for a fury walk, what, an hour, something like that?
It wasn't never that long, really, is it? But when you come back, everything is fine. When you get back, there's no carrying it all on.
No,
because life is too short.
Yeah, one thing as a married couple of 25 years that we've worked out is communication is key.
Absolutely.
Even if the communication is not wanted by the other person, but at least you've let them know.
Yes. Although insistent communication can make things worse.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, here's one. No, Mandy, tell me what's wrong.
Just leave me alone. But I want to know, how can we fix it? I've got a problem is, by my very nature and my job and everything else, I like to fix things. Tell you. So in answer to that question, yes we do.
Yes we do.
Yeah,
and this is sorted and it's fine. And we're more than fine.
So, next question.
Okay, through all of COVID, have we ever wished that we had kept our house or a flat as a backup?
See, we did cover that a little bit because of the old police woman saying, why didn't you rent somewhere?
Oh, yes.
And I kind of have two minds of that one. Yes, because of all the stuff that we had, because that wasn't pleasant. But no, because why should we? Just because people were nasty. Yeah. The rest of it was all right.
If you take away the people being nasty about it and just keep it as pure being stuck in the van.
Can you live in the van?
At the time, then the only thing I missed was having a back garden to let Coop out in.
Yeah,
because we found out that when he was restricted to one walk a day, at the very beginning, that he, maybe getting on a little bit, but he loves to stretch his legs and he loves a big walk, and so we had the maximum 1 hour walk that we were allowed every day, but he didn't have the additional little walk around in the back garden that he used to. He used to just open the back door, shut the back door behind him, and he would run around like an idiot, wouldn't he? Happy as Larry.
Yeah, for 10 minutes or something.
And I missed it for that, really.
Yeah, I guess the other thing is, had we known about the land where we've just been staying for the last 3 weeks at lockdown, we'd have been there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And then Cooper would have had everything he needed. We'd have had space from other people. No one would have bothered us.
Yeah, we'd have had the toilet emptying in water without a problem. Yeah, and something to do as well. But
we didn't even know the people at that moment in time. We didn't know this land existed, and
now we love them.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah,
you know who you are.
Yeah, thank you. I don't actually think they even watched the video.
No.
Well, hey ho.
Yeah.
So I think you can understand my point of view on that one. To get away from the nasty people, yeah, sure, I wish I had somewhere that got me away from there.
Yeah, that nobody could turn around and say, why are you here, or what are you doing, because you'd be in your house safely out of the way. Stir crazy wasn't an issue. Thankfully, we did really well with just being.
Yeah, because
didn't we? So
that was the other side of it, is that as we said in a couple of videos ago, about 6 months in the van, 3 of those being in lockdown. It's been great.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think we've been really lucky with that, haven't we? Which has been great as well. So.
And this kind of leads on to my kind of like little chat point, which is a big one, and it is about our experience of van life. And van life pretty much split into chunks of 3 months. So we kind of did 3 months away, and then 3 months in lockdown. Part of that lockdown, obviously, we went out and saw people, but we have previously toured the UK in the old van and a van before that.
Yeah.
and the
van caravans before that.
And the van before that.
Oh, and the van before that, yeah.
So we've got a lot of experience of trying to park up not on campsites in the UK. And the point of this video was to kind of like what the point of this question in the video is, to say, what are your thoughts on UK versus mainland Europe?
Yeah.
Because from our point of view, me personally, excluding like the COVID people, so the nasty people that spoke to us, because that's a one-off situation.
Yeah.
And they're idiots.
It's scared idiots.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The rest of the time, I mean, let's start off with the weirdest thing is, apparently there's a law in the UK that states you can't sleep in your vehicle overnight on the public highway.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that's the straight going to get you with that one, if they're going to get you with anything. And then the second one is all the height restrictions or width restrictions everywhere for car parks. And then the next one is, you know, signs, what we've seen lately: no habitation in vehicles, no overnight parking.
Yeah, you can pay for 24 hours parking, but you can't sleep in the vehicle while you're there, kind of thing.
I mean, there may be massive fields of parking spaces, as we've come across, for you know, what was it, Woodland Walk or something like that?
Yeah.
Where overnight people were allowed to walk around and cycle around.
And camp in tents.
But oh gosh, you're not allowed in your motorhome.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all.
Council car parks don't want to stay there overnight and stuff like that.
Although some do, some are quite welcoming.
But in a limited way, like you've got to be out by 8 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, or you have to pay. Sometimes it's free overnight. They're very few and far between. We've got a very tiny little amount that are okay and welcoming because they understand about tourism and getting people into these small villages and things, and then there are other ones that are restrictions upon restrictions, and then those restrictions get bigger and then become physical to stop you getting in there, and
and it just feels like, you know, for the want of not trying to sensationalise it, it just feels like staying overnight when you're not on a campsite isn't something you're supposed to do in the UK.
Yeah.
And that's just a bit naff, because if you go away, sorry about the noise by the way, we're next to a building site. Yes, we've moved.
Yeah.
Didn't know if you mentioned that, and you might see this before the next video. So
yes,
we've moved.
Yes, we've moved. Yeah.
So there you go. And when we've been away, again, in all the different vans and caravans we had and everything like that, pretty much anywhere. I mean, even like Germany and Denmark, France, Spain, Portugal, it was almost as if they were putting a red carpet out.
Yeah. I mean, in Denmark, they actually had motorhome-only car parks.
Yeah.
And they had the most beautiful views and direct access to the beach and toilets.
Yeah.
I mean...
And big spaces.
Not toilets that you'd want to use, but toilets that you could empty a toilet in, which was the thing.
A dropped hole kind of scenario.
But at the end of the day, it was a toilet and there was water.
And they appreciated that you'd be there overnight, but not during the day. So it'd be a beauty spot of sorts where people would come and visit during the day, and overnight they'd allow you to stay in your motorhome, because that kind of gives them a bit of security to it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was lovely to see all of that, and there was so much of it, and everybody, I know everybody who loves France, because most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, outside the local mayor's office in the smallest of towns and villages, there will be 2 or 3 at the least motorhome friendly spaces, and
even the big ones as well. I mean, last time we were over there, when we were in the Champagne region, I forget which town it was, that was a huge town with a big town hall and everything, and yet stay outside.
And there was hookups.
Yeah, there was.
There was certain spaces with hookups. They were perfectly level, massive spaces right in the middle of the town. I mean, it was dark when we got there, so we didn't get to see much of it. But when we were going round, there was a few places that were open still, and because obviously we have to have a walk round with Coop anyway. There's no this parking up and staying in the van. But yeah, and everything. And then when we went to tour the first time, we stayed at this tiny we actually parked up behind the mayor's office, and there was one of those big
4
posts.
or 5 spaces, if that wasn't it.
Yeah, but it was only for motorhomes, and they were all a bit higgledy-piggledy, but there was a service point, so we could get water, we could empty the loo, we could do whatever we needed to do. And then just over the other side of that, the village had a boulangerie and a patisserie, and
crucial,
little,
really.
Oh, so you need 4 baguettes. You've got to go and get your as a little aside, we had a running joke with Greg and Luke, because they kept saying saying that every time you go in, you always see people walking out with 4 baguettes all the time. It's just always 4, and we've only ever seen people with 4 baguettes now. It's really
even one person walking out, they got 4.
Yeah, 4 baguettes.
And I don't know if you've bought French baguettes, but they don't last more than a day or 2.
No, so must have big family.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's they're made for it. Yeah. They understand that people will go in.
And the biggest thing about it for me is not only do the local mayor's office understand about the tourism, but Intermarché, which is a big French supermarket brand, also in
Spain and Portugal.
99% of them have got motorhome service points somewhere outside, usually near the petrol station or something.
Yeah,
or the fuel garage.
we found one that was tucked right behind where the loading bay was, but it was there and it was signposted and everything.
So you can get fresh water, you can empty your toilet, and drop your grey waste. And that's all you need. in the vans like we've got, that's all you need, really.
Yeah. And at the very worst, you had to go to, if it was a petrol station, you had to go to the pay point and get €2 for a token, and that got you your water. Everything else was included or free.
Was it like 100 litres of water or something like that, wasn't it? Something.
Yeah, so a lot of the time, we'd share it if we were there with Greg and Lee or
most of the time you're topping up, you're not always refilling from empty.
No. So it just works. It's really good. It's absolutely kitted out for it.
And that's the bit that is the bit of a gripe right now.
Because we'd like to stay our ideal thing is to stay in the UK.
Yep. We want to stay in the UK until the end of the year, and then do another 3 months over the winter in Europe next year. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with Brexit, but even if it's the basic 90 days for every 180, then it still gives us 3 months, more than enough than we did last time. So that's the kind of like point we're at now, and we're thinking the more we travel around, and like I say, we are out travelling around right now. I've got a couple of jobs to do.
We are doing it for work at the minute. We're not holidaying.
A couple of jobs to do, which is why we're travelling around. Once those jobs are finished, it's then campsite open season, everything kind of back to normal. So we're going to make use of that as well.
Yeah, and hopefully if there's pubs, there'll be Brit stops as well.
Yeah,
so
we're hoping that pubs are going to be open of a fashion that we can go stay in the car park, go in, order to the van or whichever way, because I know some are outside and some are inside, depending on the space. So that's kind of like where we're at with that one. And I know there's a lot of people that full-time in the UK, they don't ever actually go into mainland Europe, and you probably find it okay, and you're probably thinking there's no problem. But if you wouldn't mind letting us know in the comment section down below,
it'd be lovely to see where I mean, I know everybody has their own secret spots and things, but
we're not after that.
But if there are any councils that are more forgiving than any others, what you find most that you love about it in the UK compared to Europe, or the other way around, if that's the way it is.
Because say for example we wanted to tour Cornwall, and then almost everyone in the comments on that video said you're not welcome in Cornwall because you won't find any wild camping spots. It's just campsites. But
then we have also since things have been relaxed a little bit, of people turning around and saying, don't worry, you can come to Cornwall. However, you might find it difficult finding anywhere because the campsites are going to be rammed, and again, there is no wild camping.
No, and they're blinking expensive. I mean, I
paid £550 for a week.
Yeah.
And I took we took a caravan.
Yeah, we just bought a bit of land.
Square of gravel or something. But it's crazy money.
Hey ho, it's our life. We chose it. We like it. We'd like to carry on doing it, which is why we're thinking, like, if anyone else has an idea of some things that are going to help us, and by the very nature of it being on a video, help other people, then let us know, like I say, in the comments down below.
And then we'll do a catch up with that next time we do it, and see what people have said.
Yeah. So, and if you got any comments about the format of this video, if you like it, any questions for future videos, obviously drop them in the comments section down below too.
Yes.
And we'll catch you on another video.
You will.
Thanks for watching.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.